Today we're diving into one of the most transformative habits you can develop, learning to be present in this moment. So many of us get trapped thinking about the past or worrying about the future, but by focusing on the now, we can reduce stress, find peace, and live more fulfilling lives. In this video, I'll share powerful stories from around the world, personal insights, and even a challenge for you to start applying right after watching. So, let's get started. Why the present moment is so powerful. Let's start with a simple truth. The present moment is the only reality we have. You can't change the past, and the future hasn't happened yet, but being present allows you to fully experience life as it happens. Most of our stress and anxiety comes from one of two places: regretting what's already happened or fearing what might happen. If you learn to be here, right now, you can begin to let go of both. Let's take a quick example. Have you ever been in a situation where your boss is reprimanding you? It's easy to dwell on past mistakes or imagine how this might affect your future. But what if instead, you focused purely on what's being said in that moment? You'd understand better, respond more effectively, and leave the conversation without carrying unnecessary baggage. Now let's travel around the world and draw from the wisdom of different cultures. Stories and folklore have long taught us the importance of being present. India. In Hinduism, there's a powerful concept called karma yoga, which means focusing on the action without attachment to the outcome. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us to perform our duties without worrying about what will happen in the future. The lesson here: focus on the task at hand and let the results take care of themselves. United States, let's think about Eckhart Tolle, a global spiritual teacher, whose book The Power of Now became a worldwide sensation. He emphasizes that the more you live in the present, the more you free yourself from the burden of past traumas and future anxieties. His message is clear: realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Philippines. In Filipino culture, there's a saying, "Bahala na," which roughly translates to "come what may." While often used in stressful situations, it teaches an important lesson: focus on what you can do now, and don't worry about the rest. This mindset encourages a present-focused outlook, where you take action without overthinking future outcomes. Let me share something personal. There was a time when I was constantly caught up in the future. I kept asking myself, what's next? What if I fail? What if things don't work out? This constant worry was exhausting, and I found it hard to enjoy even the good moments. But then, I started practicing mindfulness. I began focusing on what was happening right now. Whether it was the conversation I was having or simply taking a walk and noticing the world around me. Over time, I felt lighter, more present, and more importantly, less anxious. I know many of you can relate. Whether it's your career, family life, or personal struggles, it's easy to get caught up in what might happen next. But remember, all you truly have is this moment. Now let's bring this to the current world. During the pandemic, people worldwide experienced anxiety like never before. Fear of what was coming next, economic instability, and health concerns. But we also saw a powerful shift. Many people began focusing on the small present moments, spending time with loved ones, learning new skills, or simply appreciating nature. This global event forced us to pause and rethink the way we live our lives. Think about the viral trend of people baking bread during lockdowns or picking up hobbies like painting or gardening. These activities brought people joy because they allowed them to focus on the here and now. Here's some wisdom from leaders who have mastered the art of being present. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple, often spoke about the importance of focusing on what's important now. He believed that clarity comes from knowing that life is short, which forces you to focus on what truly matters in the present. From a psychological perspective, there's the concept of flow, a term coined by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It's the state where you are fully immersed in an activity, where time almost seems to disappear. Being present allows you to tap into this flow, maximizing creativity and productivity. Now let's look at a few metaphors. Imagine your mind is like a garden. If you're constantly thinking about the weeds from yesterday, your past mistakes, or worrying about how your flowers will bloom tomorrow, the future, you won't notice the beauty of what's blossoming today. Another analogy is that of a river. The past is like the water upstream. you've already crossed it. The future is the water downstream. It hasn't reached you yet. But the present moment, that's where your boat is, and that's where you should focus your attention. Okay, so now I've got a challenge for you. Over the next week, I want you to practice being present. Here's how: every day, take 5 minutes to do something mindfully. It could be as simple as having your morning coffee or tea, but really focus on the taste, the warmth, and the moment. Don't let your mind wander. Another idea is to have a conversation with someone where you focus completely on them. Don't check your phone, don't think about what you're going to say next. Just listen. At the end of the week, come back to the comment section and share your experience. Did it help you feel less stressed, more focused? Let's build a community around living in the moment. Remember, life isn't happening in the past or the future, it's happening right now. Being present is about fully embracing each moment, no matter how big or small. It's about letting go of regrets, worries, and distractions, and choosing to live fully in the here and now. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a reminder to live in the present. And don't forget to leave a comment about how you'll practice presence in the next week.